The year was 1943. War. Men were drafted. Women who had graduated from high school were recruited to teach rural children. I answered the call. 39 years later, one father said to me, "Is there no school for my 12-year-old intellectually and musically gifted son?"
You know, we recognized when we joined Quest that it had a beginning somewhere in time, and we were benefiting from those parents that at first took a risk in forming a school. I can't even imagine such an endeavor. And nurturing that school some 30, 35 years ago to what it is today.
The school started out as the Creative Children's Academy with 11 students. That was in the year 1982, and Helene Bartz was the founder of the school.
So she put all of her money into the school and kept it going. So, you know, we did not get a paycheck, we just worked during the day and paid the bills and did the janitor work and, and did everything that we needed to do to keep it going.
I saw broken windows. I saw plastic tarping from the ceiling in some hallways. I saw puddles of water in some hallways.
And it was raining like crazy inside the lab as well as out. There was 10 or 15 buckets strewn around the room and just plip, plop, plip, plop.
And though the classrooms that I went in were so lacking in terms of, you know, properly built, and there were certainly repairs that needed to be done, but I never even noticed them.
I looked at the kids and just the energy there, the love of learning, the hunger to learn something more. And the person looked at me apologetically and said, "Can you work with this?" Looked around and I said, "Yeah, I can do this."
Teachers and part-time teachers. People thought I was crazy. Sometimes I wonder too.
The Quest Academy is trying to work on a 747 while it's in flight. It's always a balancing act, and things are constantly changing, and the one constant is change.
There used to be a nice fire pit right in the middle here with a big copper chimney that went up.
It looked nothing like this. Most of these walls weren't here.
Every single year we added something. First of all, around the perimeter of the building we added new classrooms.
Then after we filled that area up, the plays were then done in what's now the library. That was actually an open gymnasium. That was not really a gymnasium. We used it for a gym, but never was a gymnasium.
Our students were bused over to the YMCA, and the school district would run every half hour, picking up our students, going and delivering them to the Y, and coming back and picking up more students and delivering them to Y, and back and forth. And that's what we did for our PE classes.
When we got that new gym and theater space, it was great to have, so we have a lot more open space and can really do some nice performances.
But every time there was a change, it was for the better, to make it a better place to teach, better place to learn, better place to be.
Although the name of the school has changed, the mission has remained the same. Quest indeed is a school that truly epitomizes the fulfillment of the quest that began so long ago in one rural schoolhouse.
Well, there's no doubt we've seen a lot of changes from that older building in Mount Prospect with a leaky roof to where we are today. It's unrecognizable.
When our family came to Quest 9 years ago, the playground was not here. We didn't have smart boards in all the classrooms. The teachers didn't have computers. There wasn't a West Campus, so physically the school has changed a lot.
A couple other amazing changes that have taken place. Just this past summer, we've begun to renovate the building, so the entire first floor is redone. We have brand new classrooms for 16 different spaces here, and every one of those teachers will tell you that their classroom environment has changed.
The new setup really allows them the space and the freedom to put themselves together in different groupings to work on different tasks. So if someone needs to do something independently, they can find a little corner and isolate themselves and work. And if they need to talk together, there's a round table they can sit around and talk. I have a lot of students that don't like to sit on a regular chair. They like to move around. And when they come into the class, they grab one of the new style of chairs that allows them to move. And I've noticed that their focus is increased.
The learning is very natural. The curiosity is very natural. I'm able to take a space and conform it to any way that I feel would work in a way which would honor not only what we're learning, but at the moment.
What you have just taught, the community you have just taught in that room, when they're changing the shape of a room to accommodate what they're about to learn. You have just taught them your leap years beyond what an ordinary first grader is learning in a static classroom.
That if you want to stand to write, you can stand to write. If you want to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor. If you feel like you want to sit on a hopkey and it makes me dizzy, move back and forth, you can move back and forth. And it's not just for one student, the student who likes to stand, maybe it's for that student who has to move, that they can only sit for a short period of time and then they want to stand, and then that student wants to sit and they want to be on their tummy. Learning happens on your tummy. We couldn't do that before because we had this narrow, rigid space.
I may have arranged the desks a certain way to promote and to encourage what I'm hoping to do in those lessons of the day. And then at the end of the day, I will say something like, okay, everybody make sure that you take things off your desk, help me stack them up, move them out, because tomorrow, guess what? No desks, we're on the floor, we're gonna be hobbit dancing, or we're gonna be doing something, but no desks. So every day, or every other day, or as often as I need to, and they need to, we can reinvent our space.
I want to thank each and every one of you for taking really my dream and making it your own.
The next phase of our reimagine, redesign, and recreate campaign will be to take that same project that we did to the remaining classrooms here at Quest Academy.
And this second year of that project will be funded by the spot auction this year, which is equally important. And I think everybody's seen, what can happen by what's already been done in this building, and when it's complete, Quest will be that much better.
That is so essential, that spot auction, to what we do here. That we can buy Chromebooks, that we can remodel our spaces, that we could create a new campus. I don't know if we could do the things we want to do if we didn't have that spot auction.
So I would say annual giving, spot auction giving, capital campaign giving is what's created the gym and performing arts space. It's what created the West Campus. It's what's created the incredible technology we have here. It's what created the renovations. Tuition alone wouldn't have paid for any of that. Not just a little bit of it, would have paid for none of that. Without additional philanthropy, the school can't be what it wants to be. And Quest's history proves that out.
And I thank the donors and the volunteers for their generous contributions in so many ways. It's you who keep things like this going.
So I think a picture is worth 1,000 words at auction. When we talk about the spot auction or even a big ticket item at auction, we describe what the school needs, and really the Quest family, the Quest community comes together. The parents, the moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas, the administration, the teachers, everybody comes together, and you'll see all these hands go up. They're ready to contribute.
Why? Because spot auction is a moment. It's a moment for the parents to be as great as our kids. And when we make that moment happen, the kids benefit.
I thank the parents, and all through the years I've seen so many parents who have really sacrificed so much to invest in their most precious, precious children.
But it's amazing as I look around to see what we have and to realize from where we came to where we are today, I never would have thought that would be possible.
Because we're committed to making this the best place that it can be. It's not just a job for anyone. It's really a passion and a way of life to be here.
It's a blessing when we get to see all these people wanting us to strive and do better, and to work better with their children, and giving us the materials and that we need. It's overwhelming and humbling to know that it gives us a great sense of appreciation. And a lot of teachers in other places don't get that. So it's an honor, actually. So we thank you.
There is a school for your gifted child, and the school's name is Quest.